Yeah. Got it. Him. I fucking got you.
Fucking son of a bitch.
Hey, man. Knocking it out. Here comes again.
Hi. Hi, I'm Eric.
I'm Jason.
And I'm Chris.
And we're I Beat It First here with our very special friend, Devin Santi, the developer of Mr. Sleepy Man. How you doing today, Devin?
I'm doing good.
Wait,
I'm awake.
Probably.
Yeah, welcome.
You are awake. You're in Pacific time, right?
Yeah.
So it's like 7:30. I mean, you should still be awake technically.
Should still, yeah, a little bit.
You're a game developer. You like develop until like 4 o'clock in the morning, and
I
then
know. I gotta stop. Like, it's an addiction.
It is. It is an addiction. But that's a good thing. It's like
I've heard Mr. Sleepy Man sleeps all night and all day. So
yeah. So I'm always awake. He's always asleep. It's like a Jekyll and Mr. Hyde thing.
Oh gosh. So you are just allowing Mr. Sleepy Man to run the entire train, is that correct?
Yeah. He's got better ideas, you know, he's always dreaming.
It's a little weird that the game is developing itself then. It's a little creepy.
Yeah, it's a new form of machine learning, but like you just plug something to the back of your brain and you go to sleep. and you hope it makes sense.
Oh.
Mr. Sleepy Man is the red pill now. Is that what you're
Yes,
saying?
he is the Matrix. Yes, exactly. Mr. Sleepy Man is the Matrix, everybody. And hopefully it's better than the new Matrix, because that was a steaming pile of crap.
Yeah.
I watched the first 30 seconds of that and just turned it off. I was like, okay, I get it.
think
I
we all
slept
fell
through
asleep.
half of it.
Yeah, we all did. It was after our CockCon, but I was just like, I don't know how. I don't know.
That
how
was
we can get there.
hours after CockCon, I might add.
I know.
And man, that movie just
Right.
put me straight to sleep. I couldn't handle it.
Which, for those that don't know, that was Canned Cocktail Con.
No, that was
It's
just
better
where we
being
guzzled
mysterious.
cock all the time.
It's better being mysterious.
Yeah, we just guzzled cock. Literally, that's what it was. We guzzled cock straight for like 3 hours on Twitch too. I can't believe that Twitch let us guzzle cock on Twitch.
This is true. And welcome, Devin, to Patch Notes by I Beat It First. That's what we're here for. Talk about an intro. That
Yes.
was one hell of one.
All right, so Devin, give us the elevator pitch for Mr. Sleepy Man.
Okay, Mario 64 plus Goose Game plus Majora's Mask. That's my elevator pitch.
Isn't technically Goose Game just Majora's Mask with a goose?
I guess. I mean, there's like a time system and stuff, so
Oh, that's true. Okay.
time loop, yeah.
Okay, so we're talking time loops then, not
Yeah,
crazy
a little bit.
weirdness that was Majora's Mask. Because when you think of Majora's Mask, you think of two things. One is the time loop, and then the other one is just an acid trip.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's also you're stealing stuff. There's the moon. That's my
Yeah.
context that I have so far. And then, then you literally are plugging in an N64 console game at the very beginning. It seems like.
It's got like the N64 inspirations, but I take a lot from like modern Mario and Zelda too. So yeah, that's kind of the elevator pitch. But
So
there's
you're
also
dealing with. Okay.
No, you go. That's fine.
So you're dealing with Majora's Mask and N64 Inspirations. Now, from what I remember from N64 days, is that there's just a crap ton of collectibles and stuff to jump around to. I see that you're wanting to be a little bit more of an open world, but what concept are you going for? Collectibles, platformer, fighting? What are we shooting for?
Yeah, there's some collectibles in there. It's kind of, I'd say it's like there's some story, there's some collectibles. There's some action. There's kind of a little bit of everything right now. It's a little bit of just kind of a free-form game. I don't really tell you exactly what to do. If anything, you have like a to-do list, and it's a bunch of just random stuff. And like upon those things, there's like tangent lines. Like you'll start talking to someone, and there'll be a quest, and that will lead you to some random place. So it isn't really about like one thing. There are a lot of collectibles. There's elements of all those things, but it's kind of a little bit of everything right now. Yeah.
The trailer for it was easily, my mind went all kinds of crazy. First, I stopped wondering when I stopped taking acid so much. And then I was just like, okay, this actually looks pretty crazy. It really hovers on that cutesy, fun, but creepy vibe, like Five Nights at Freddy's style feeling. Where it's like, hey, you should feel safe, but there's that tingly feeling in the back of your head the entire time.
Yeah, there's no like jump scares or anything, but I want it to get a little spooky.
You want us to feel uneasy as we play it.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah.
Which is good because I felt a little uneasy as I watched the trailer.
The whole time. Yeah.
I mean, it's not to say that it's like this is like spookiest game ever, but it has like a creepy vibe to it.
Yeah.
I'd say it's Zelda scary. You know, it's not scary, but there's elements of it in there.
Yeah, those the zombies in Ocarina of Time, for example. I remember that. Those scared the shit out of me. You know, I remember that was being pretty spooky. Spoopy. I got the spoops.
You were also a little baby at that time too, though. So
I'm still a little baby now, so it's okay.
Yes, but both physically and mentally, you were a baby. Now you're just mentally a baby with the face of a baby.
How are you gonna like
on a grown man's body?
There you go. I just got a fat, sad old man's body. Everything else is baby.
So what what gave you the idea for this? Like, what was it that drew you into making Mr. Sleepy Man? Was it like story first, or was it mechanics first? What was the aspect that brought you in?
I guess it was just, this is like the first game I've made. Like this, like Mr. Sleepy Man is how I've learned video game development. So it's kind of a little bit of everything, because it's like I'm discovering it. There's a lot of discovery. Like, I guess,
How many times have you rewritten something or gone back to the drawing board?
So many times.
Yeah.
I've been working on it for almost 3 years, but it's probably been a year of like productive work on the game.
Sure.
Yeah.
Are you making the
Well-
music yourself? Because that was like one main thing I jumped out of from the trailer was, I need this song in my life.
Yeah, so the music is my main gig, like years and years before like doing game dev. I've been making music my whole life, really. Started playing guitar when I was like 10, writing songs, like doing like music production and everything.
Damn, so triple threat going on here. You gonna put a
Yeah.
full OST with this thing?
Yeah, definitely. I'll have something.
Good, because Jason
awesome.
Jason loves a good OST.
Yes, he
Yeah.
does.
I do. I buy those up. Like
The music
they're
is kind of the
crap.
driving force of it, because like the Mr. Sleepy Man song, like, I did a doodle of Mr. Sleepy Man and I went, oh wow, this is funny. And then I came up with the song and everything kind of came from that. Yeah.
So 3 years in development. They've said 1 year fully actual productivity.
Yeah.
To that.
If you
the
factor
release date
in
right
the
now,
erasers and whatnot.
yeah, exactly. The release date right now is in your dreams, and obviously we all would like to have those dreams.
Yeah.
You don't have to give us a hard date now, because I assume that's what's up. But do you have any kind of thought or plan?
I would like to have something playable this year.
Oh,
That would be fun. It's just about how long is it? How much story is there? Because I've thought of making it maybe episodic, and I can have like, oh, it's an episode of Mr. Sleepy Man, and maybe it's like an hour long, and maybe it's like $5. I don't know. I'm thinking about that stuff now, but it's still kind of up in the air. I would definitely like something playable this year. Later this, actually, it's not February yet. A couple hours is February, but at
Yeah,
the end of the
couple hours,
month, there will be a demo
New
on
Year.
Steam at Steam Next Fest. So I've been like debugging that the last month, and hopefully a playable version that works will be on Steam.
Hey, congratulations! That's
That'd be
nice.
awesome, yeah.
Yeah.
Congratulations. Okay, so what person hurt you to make Tiffy? Because Tiffy is a creepy looking motherfucker.
I know, he's so weird. It's like, okay, so I'm learning how to do 3D art. I'm learning how to use Blender, and like I'm learning how to sculpt things. And like I made the head, like I'm learning how to make a head. I just make a head, give it a mouth, and I just give it like ball arms. I'm like, wow, this looks so fucked up. This looks like it does not belong anywhere.
No neck, no body,
No neck, it's a head
arms
with
coming out
wings.
where his ears are.
Yeah.
Big old
And then the
gold
performer in me
buck-tooth.
wants to like start doing the voice, and I start talking like, oh, he has no teeth, and I start doing the voice and everything, and it's a disaster. But it's like, you know, the comedian in me like thinks, oh wow, I could say anything in this voice. I could say the dumbest shit and it sounds stupid. It's just like, but it's also, it's a video game, so I want him to be like annoying. I want you not to really like him. I want you to like he's the annoying like side character.
Dude, this is a quadruple threat now, man. You're like making the game, you're developing it, and you're making the OST, and you're voice acting the thing. Like, good grief.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
So-
I guess, you know, coming from the music background, like making songs and writing songs, and like I went to school for like music production, like audio engineering. So I have a microphone. I know how to make something sound decent.
But do you have
then-
2 turntables?
Oh,
No. Oh, see, that you're not where it's at then. Sorry.
You might be too young for that joke, maybe a little bit. I don't know.
I don't know.
If he was a music
into that.
major, I'm pretty certain that he knows
Yeah.
that song.
I'm a Linkin Park fan. I know what's up.
Oh God.
I
And
was
he
12
just-
when Transformers came out.
Oh. Oh. It hurts. Oh. God. I just got stabbed by our guest. Oh man. Okay, so
man.
you have a major in music.
Yeah.
What else have you done before you decided to jump into the foray of game development?
I made a lot of shitty YouTube videos. A lot of music that no one listened to. That's basically my art output. But really, all the 3D art, all the coding is all new to me. So a lot of Mr. Sleepy Man is the discovery of that. So there's a lot of just random shit in the game, which is fun, I guess.
I mean, that's the whole point, right? I mean,
Yeah.
the
Just want to be entertaining.
Yeah,
There's like a lot of like genre breaking stuff where you'll just get a different game for 30 seconds.
Until
really
somebody pays you a huge chunk of money to make the Mr. Sleepy Man universe, and then you have to retcon all the random bullshit and figure out how it actually all fits into the universe.
Well, that's kind of the idea of it too, is that I went into it thinking, oh, I want to be able to make whatever I want to make and not really be limited by genre and not be limited by anything. So like in the trailer, it shows Mr. Sleepy Man kind of gets pulled into the TV by that spooky hand. And that's kind of the idea of, okay, he's in the dream world. He's in the screen. Anything's possible. So
yeah, Eric, anything's possible.
Yes.
And anything's
it's all
possible
bullshit. Yeah.
until someone
Multiverse
throws
of
gobs
Mr.
and gobs
Sleepy
of
Man.
money at you.
Yeah, well, yeah, and they'll sell out and
I mean,
His
that's
dreams. He can just
the
because
goal
of
is
dreams.
always to sell
dream,
out,
it's a
isn't
dream.
it? Yeah, like
Well,
that is
yeah.
the end goal.
Yeah.
No matter what anybody says, the end goal is to sell out as much as possible. Because no matter how much say, like, it's my art, here's $50 million. It's your
yeah.
art.
This is your
It's your art. Would you like my soul with that, please, sir?
This might
Looking
be
out
dating
some
me a
more.
little bit here too, but did you ever play, or really I think it was even a book and maybe even a small movie, a game called Little Nemo? Not Finding Nemo, not the fish,
Yes.
but Little Nemo.
It was actually an anime, too.
No, I haven't heard of that.
Anime, yeah. It's
Yeah.
an animated movie.
Little Nemo's
It
Adventures in
kinda has-
Slumberland.
It has a very similar vibe to what you're laying down, but it's more of a kid style and not
Yeah.
the creepy ass, but the side of just like you're going into like a Wizard of Oz situation where you're going to another world, another dimension, however it is, and everything seems happy, fun times, but there's just that little creepy layer going on the entire time. If you're digging what you're doing right now, I highly recommend you
Yeah.
check it out. Just
I'll
because
look it up,
it
steal all
vibes.
their ideas. Little Nemo.
Still all them
completely
crazy
different.
Japanese ideas. It
it's
was an
completely
NES
different,
game, so
Oh, really?
you can find it on a lot of emulators. But I remember
Oh, wow,
playing
I
Little
remember
Nemo
that.
when I was a kid. That game was awesome because it's a cool side-scrolling platformer that had a lot of like cool
Hard.
little like things. And yes, it was very hard. It was like it was Mega Man hard as far as like the old Mega Man games. That's how hard that game could be. So highly recommend if you haven't played that to look that up and give it a whirl on some emulator.
Awesome. Yeah.
We 100% condone emulation. We don't condone pirating, but we condone emulation, everybody.
Only, of course, if you own the copy, right?
Yeah, there's a fine line within that.
Of course. Legal emulation.
Legal emulation, yes. Although, I mean, we talked about it. It's like, it's there needs to be some way to keep these games, playable and some way for us to be able to keep going back to our art that we grew up with and whatnot. And they all came on these cartridges that, were predicated on CMOS batteries and good like pin connections on the ends of the cartridges. So I feel emulation, especially on those older games, is very much needed. Just like Phil Spencer does. It's like one of the only times
Emulation
that I agree
library.
with Phil Spencer.
Speaking of Phil Spencer, Devin, what are your thoughts on emulation in general?
I'm cool with it. I'm guilty
And-
of it.
There's no guilty because you obviously own these games, of course.
Yes.
Oh yeah,
And,
even games I
um,
don't own. I started emulating games when I was like 12, so
That you don't own a copy of right in your vicinity. You obviously own it in your
own
mom's
it,
basement
though.
elsewhere.
Oh, yeah, yeah,
somewhere.
Yeah. It's just not right there next to you. Of course, we get it.
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah.
How about, what are your views? Now, this is a more topical question. What are your views on NFTs? We're gonna see a Sleepy Man NFT popping up here soon.
No, it's a scam.
Good. Yes, it is.
If
Thank
we all
you.
believe it's worth something, is it worth something?
Thank you.
I like the idea of unique digital merch, like owning something that is like unique and it's its own thing. But I'm not a fan of crypto that much because it's kind of a scam.
It is.
It is.
At the moment.
World's biggest pyramid scheme on the planet.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
So maybe I've had ideas of digital merch, like a trophy or something of like a character, and like it's like you can rotate it, and maybe it's doing like an animation or something.
yeah, and that's
Yeah.
digital art is a thing. Like, you can buy
Yeah.
digital art however you want. I applaud that. Please, by all means, do sell some digital art. You've earned it. You're an artist. Do it.
Yeah,
But the NFT blockchain idea of it all being something bigger than what you've made it. Yeah, dumb.
yeah.
Yeah.
The bubble's gonna burst one of these days. So
Hey, but the great thing is the bubble's not going to burst and come back and bite the person that drew it in the ass. It's going to bite the idiot that paid,
It's true.
$1.5 million for.
I guess it's
a
better to
banana.
make NFTs than to sell NFTs.
It actually is. It actually is.
Yeah.
That's why you're going to see other horrible companies start just putting them out because it's free money. It's free real estate. Might as well make some money on it.
I read an article about these two girls that had lost their jobs and they just drew like these pictures and they put their story out as far as like they were trying to save their farm and made like $70,000 in NFTs in a weekend. And I was like, damn, that's some bullshit.
I need to start doing that.
Yeah, exactly. Like I should just do that. Be like, I have
Save
to
my
deal
farm.
with
Where's
my
your
kid.
farm? In Farmville?
I mean, it's a farm, right? That is a farm. That you didn't say that it was a physical farm that you have goats and chickens on.
Puts new meaning behind, I literally bought the farm.
Somebody else can buy the farm for you.
Yes.
Yes.
I need that sweet DLC. I need them cow skins.
Cow armor. Cow armor.
Yeah.
That's what you need.
Chris is
This
making
isn't a
my
fighting
headache
game.
worse.
They need to be armored. They need to be armored. We need them.
Okay, so what are some of your like favorite games that you normally play? Like, what is your favorite genre or type of game that you love to play?
I love platformers. Platformers are just fun to play and not do anything, just run around, express yourself. I like adventure games. I like games with a good story. I'm playing Grim Fandango right now for the first time, and I'm loving it.
Oh, wow.
I love it. I just played Psychonauts 2, so I'm on a little bit of a Double Fine adventure here. Yeah, I like all the Zelda games. Mario. Kind of a Nintendo fanboy. Not really a fan of all of their practices as a company, but their games are really good. Yeah.
It's a subtle little jab there. I mean, let's be honest. We've talked about it multiple times on our podcast about their evergreen titles, and it's like, yeah, this game's been out for 3.5, now almost 5 years. You can find Breath of the Wild out there. They still charge $60 retail for it.
Yep. What was it? The new Mario Party, and the old one is still $60.
Yeah, the old one's still $60. New Mario Party came out. That they could have easily patched the old Mario Party to be
It's the
able
same
to
game.
not have to do shit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they could have done so much with it, but no. And it's I'm just glad that because I did have a job where we worked with Nintendo, so I had to bite my tongue on a lot of things. Like I just wasn't allowed to say good or bad about anything for it. And now I'm not doing that anymore, so I can just talk about it as much as I want because there's a lot of bullshit practices that they do. And their evergreen titles are a giant pain in the ass and a huge fucking smack in the face to anybody that actually plays their games and buys their stuff. Because you know, like Nintendo or Sony and Microsoft to do their greatest hits. They do sales, and it's like, sure, Nintendo does sales, but it's once in a blue moon, and it's almost never on their stuff. So much so that
it's like 15%.
Yeah. So much so that it's a big news event when Nintendo drops the price on Mario Odyssey, which came out on like as a launch title on the Switch, and you can still pay $60 for Mario Odyssey.
And Nintendo's gonna cry all the way to the bank of everyone just still paying up for that game.
Yeah, people keep buying it. I mean,
keep buying them.
Yeah, that is the one good thing about Nintendo, though, is that they still use the cartridges, so you don't have to worry about as much the scratching of discs. So you can buy them in the aftermarket without worrying about them being fucked up. And they taste like crap if you put them in your mouth, so you don't have to worry about a toddler putting it in its mouth and eating it.
When I got my Switch, I ate every game.
You have to.
Yep.
You have to.
Would I have done that? Never. Then they're just like, hey, we made this thing taste disgusting, so you don't eat them. Like, well, now I have to eat it.
Yeah, I'm like, Jason, just lick the cartridge. He's like, why the fuck am I going to lick the cartridge? I'm like, it tastes like shit. He's like, really?
Yeah, it's a cartridge.
It's humanity in a nutshell.
Yeah.
It will kill you. No way.
No, yeah.
Well, I did that infomercial for the Nyko like click power thing. I'm like,
oh yeah. Oh man, you talk about making bullshit videos for YouTube. Chris has made a couple of bullshit videos for YouTube for our site.
Oh, I think all of our stuff on YouTube is just bullshit. Let's be honest.
I mean, we've got
YouTube.
like hundreds of episodes of podcasts that are straight bullshit. So let's be honest.
Yeah, this podcast in specifically is just absolute bullshit. They all are. It's so bad.
But not this one, because Devin's cool. But literally the whole realm of the I Beat It First Podcast Network is just a bunch of bullshit going round and round and round. I mean, come on, we spent like 20 minutes talking about Chris's butthole in the last podcast.
right?
True. We're not even like joking about that. A lot of time is spent on Chris's butt.
People will listen. People will watch anything. People will listen to anything.
They will.
I think we might have found the limit there.
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll see if we found the limit. We still retained people watching it on Twitch, and we'll see how many people
stopped
listen
talking
to it.
about it is when people started dropping off.
That's true,
Like,
actually.
oh, they're not talking about his butthole anymore. I'm out.
Oh my gosh.
No, he's
Aren't
right.
you so glad you're here, Devin? Aren't you so glad? You're just like, this is the greatest decision I ever made in my life.
Chris, would you like to talk about Chris's butthole?
Could be really serious and could be asking me a lot of hard questions. This is fun.
We want to do hard questions. Okay.
We have those.
It is
Okay,
hard
okay.
question time, Devin. All right, you ready for this?
Let's do it.
Is cheesecake cake or pie?
I think it's its own category. Because they have the Cheesecake Factory. It's such a specific thing. But I feel like it's more pie than... yeah, I feel like... I don't know. It's both. It's pie cake.
Okay, do you want to hear our answer? Because
Okay,
we've
okay.
thought about this and talked about this a lot more probably than you. In my opinion, it's 100% pie. One, there's no flour in it, so there's no there's no leavening within it. It is a custardish filling that is baked in order to solidify it, and it has a crust. And anybody that says like pie has a pie dough crust, no, there are plenty of pies that use cookie crumb crusts, graham cracker crust. There's even ones that are made from crushed up fucking Oreos. So it's a goddamn pie. It's just a really super thick, delicious, cheesy pie.
I respect that. Okay. You changed my opinion.
Jason?
Oh, I'm just now
Counterpoints?
imagining. I'm just now imagining a cake or a cheesecake, but it's made like out of like Gouda or brie, and I'm just like, oh, that actually sounds kind of dope.
Real
if you're to like take
cheesecake.
like brie, grilled cheesecake, you just took the words
Wow.
right out of my mouth.
Wait, baked brie in phyllo dough. Pie. Boom. With the jam on top, you put like some blackberry jam on top, man. You cut that up, put it on some crackers. Pie. That's it. We figured it out.
Like a quiche.
It makes itself. And it sounds delicious.
Almost.
I would eat
Quiche
that.
is primarily egg, though. But
yeah, there's
quiche,
egg in it, yeah.
however, quiche equals pie. I will go with that. If you actually ask me to like should you give it its own like category or should it be included in the pie family? I say quiche is pie.
Now you can have pie without egg, but you can't have cake without egg. A typical cake.
Whoa.
Yes, you can.
So is quiche a cake? What's going on here?
No, you can have cake without egg.
You can, but then it's not technically. It's
Yeah,
a
it is.
different category.
No,
of
it's the
cake.
flour. It's the leavening. But you can make a cake and you can substitute an egg with an avocado and it will do exactly the same thing as an egg will.
But you're
because it
but
has
you're
the
gonna
same
know.
amount of
You're gonna be like,
fat.
what the fuck is up with this cake?
You won't
It
know.
doesn't have any egg
You
in it.
won't know.
No
I'm
fucking
telling
shit.
you. You won't
You'll
know.
know.
It has the
You'll
same
know.
amount of fats and proteins in it as a
I
regular
can't believe
egg.
it's not butter. You fucking know it's not butter. Like it's every single time. Like that always pisses me off. Oh, I can't believe it's not butter. No, this tastes like chemicals. It's not butter.
It's
I
not
believe it 100%.
chemicals.
I can't believe
I
it's
know,
not
but you're making the
chemicals.
same
It's
thing.
just
You're doing the
it's
same
just
thing.
whipped oil.
I can't believe this cake tastes so eggy. It's just like, oh, joke's on you, good sir. There's no egg in this cake. What? No chance. No
Also, there are
chance.
people
Every single
that
cake-
they replace eggs with applesauce too.
Yep. Again, you
And still
can
viable.
do it. It's just then in a different category of cake. Like you can make a pie without any of this crap.
But
like
can you make a
pudding
cake without
pie.
flour?
Yes, the same way. You can have a gluten-free cake. You can do
That's
it.
no, that's flour though. It's just gluten-free flour.
I can make you one out of like the mesquite powder. No flour in that bitch.
That's still technically it's a
No,
flour-like substance.
Just
Yes,
like avocado
yeah.
is a you can do it.
No, avocado is avocado. I'm not saying an avocado is an egg. I'm saying that you can replace an egg with an avocado. Welcome to cooking, everybody.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
We're now a cooking podcast.
Yep, with Mr. Sleepy Man.
Yes.
This is what we dream about.
Okay, so we did cake and pie. We're not gonna do the hot dog one. That's I think the one that everybody argues about. There is actual legal precedence for a hot dog being a sandwich. So we're not gonna go into that argument. Is a hamburger a sandwich?
Kind of. I think it's like it's
No. You are not allowed to skate this gray area of
the answers-
kind of. It's yes or no.
The answers to these questions are just painting the perfect picture for Mr. Sleepy Man because it's just like, what is this game about?
Can be both.
You know,
Could be
could
everything.
be anything. Could be eating hamburger sandwiches and cheesecake cake pie.
Yeah.
And grilled cheesecake sandwiches.
Oh,
Maybe
my.
they'll make it in the game.
I was laughing the other day because
Okay.
we were driving up from Tucson to Phoenix because I fucking hated myself and went down to Tucson for the day. And
Gross.
I
Yeah, you
I
must
saw
really
a
hate
billboard for a Whopper, and apparently Burger King has unwittingly thrown themselves into the ring or thrown their hat into the ring of whether or not it's a sandwich because they referred to the Whopper as a Whopper sandwich. So.
That's Burger King.
And they are the Burger King.
Yeah. He's a
Hard to
king.
argue with
It's
royalty. there.
royalty. Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, yeah. I mean, you look at him. He's got a fucking crown on. Ronald McDonald's just a fucking clown. No one pays any attention to a clown.
It's true.
They have no credence whatsoever. He's a king.
Did you guys ever play those Burger King games on the Xbox?
Oh yeah.
Oh god. Oh man.
Sneak King.
Oh.
Sneak King was probably the best one. The one that I got because I was like, I'm gonna do that. Why not? And we went and bought the meal. I got the bumper cars one.
Oh,
and
yeah.
I remember just absolutely hating it. I was just like, okay, like that wasn't worth the like 2 seconds to even boop it up. But when buddies would talk about sneaking, I was like, okay, that one sounds kind of fun. And then I was just like, you know what? It's not worth the price of admission, i.e., a hamburger from Burger King. So I never went about getting it.
I mean,
You know what fast food chain can make a good game? KFC.
yes.
Oh my god.
I mean,
Yeah,
that-
console, didn't they?
they did
They
make
did
a
make a
console
console.
too. They did make a console too. But no, they had what was the game, Chris?
I love you, Colonel Sanders.
Yes.
finger looking good dating sim?
Where you date Colonel Sanders, but
You
Wow.
try to.
it's hot Colonel Sanders. Like it's daddy Colonel
Swole.
Sanders. Yes. He's like all svelte. He's got like the perfectly trimmed like goatee and everything like that. Yoked as shit.
Oh yeah,
Chris tried to date him. He turned him
I
down.
did. He did. He shot me down. I was
Sadly.
like, these little herbs and spices all mine, baby.
I think. Wow. Wow. Oh my god. Okay.
That's gonna get clipped, isn't it?
Yes, it is. Is it gyro or gyro?
I've said gyro, but I'm probably wrong.
Okay, you heard it. Devin says it's gyro. Everybody, so it's gyro.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Here to hear it first.
I mean, okay. Gyroscope sounds way better than Euroscope. Is all I'm saying.
But that's not what.
Yep.
If the Euroscope was made in Greece, then we would call it that.
The gyroscope is named after the Greek god Euros.
I know,
Which
but it
is
wasn't
why-
made there. It wasn't made there. That's what I'm saying. Like that'd be like kind of like when we go in there. Oh God, what's that good example? When we're like, I'm about to make the example of Euro because it's the most like together one that I can, where you Americanify it and stuff like that. It's pronounced ye. For Euros.
It's like,
Kronos. The hot dog. You get a hot dog sandwich at your Kronos Gear for euros.
A hot dog sandwich taco.
it's like GIF or GIF.
It's
Which
okay.
one is it?
It is
we're not
GIF.
even right. No.
It is GIF. I don't
People
care
fight.
if you fucking invented it and you say that it's GIF. You can't say that it's the graphic interface, but then just be like, oh yeah, no, but it's a soft J sound. It's a hard J for the word that it's abbreviated from, but it's a soft J. It's the most bullshit thing. I think he just did it for the memes, to be honest. That's all I can think of.
Did it for the lulz.
Yeah, he did it for the
I get
lulz.
15 minutes. I get 15 minutes. Why not?
Yeah, he didn't really get the 15 minutes when he invented the format, so might as well
Right.
get the 15 minutes after it's like famous and people use it all the time. But yes, it's in my opinion, like that is one that I would be like, nope, it's GIF. I don't care what you say. It is GIF. That guy's dumb.
I had a friend that instead of vinyl, he said vinyl. I was like, no,
That's a new one.
can't
That's a
do
new
that.
one. I don't think I've been blessed with that one before.
I have not. I actually heard a couple today, and I can't remember exactly what they were, but it's like there were two coworkers like talking about something. One of them was like, well, how do you pronounce this? He's like, because I pronounce it this way. And I'm just sitting there thinking to myself, like, why do you pronounce it that way? I have no idea what in your right mind would make you think that that's the way it is. Or it's like, I used to be a realtor a while back, and people that say realtor because they think that there's an extra A in there. Like it's REALATOR, but it's REALTOR. There's one A and it's before the L.
realtor.
And especially realtors that call themselves realtors. I'm like, fuck you.
I'm gonna become a realtor of vinyls because I love both of these things very much.
You can't do that. Vinyl isn't real property.
I'm gonna be a relator of vinyls NFTs.
Now,
Come get your vinyl NFTs
how about this?
on
Yes.
Popco.
How about this? You can make a house out of vinyls, and then you can be a realtor of vinyls. Then it's
I'm
real property.
I'm gonna move to Greece and rename it all.
You're gonna go out to all
Gonna
the
buy-
record stores, you're gonna buy them out of stock just to piss off all the hipsters, and then you're gonna make vinyl siding with all of the records.
Vinyl.
Vinyl siding with all of the rare records that you could possibly find, and then just take pictures of it, post them on the internet, and then burn the house to the ground.
So, Jason, you just won the lottery. What are you going to do?
Let me tell you a story.
I'm going to buy a billboard. And it's just going to be in the vinyl. And it's just going to say, it's pronounced Gyro on the billboard. Solving nothing.
Crime.
Gyro.
These are crimes against humanity.
It's pronounced Euro or Gyro, however you're rating.
No, you just the way that you just said it, it's an abbreviation. It's pronounced GYRO. Now you got to figure out what it's an abbreviation
you had like
for.
the pronunciation under it and like GYRO.
B like GIF.
Oh God.
This is our podcast, man. This is
So
our podcast.
it's a gyro, gyro.
It's a Gyro.
Oh God, Jiro dreams of sushi.
Which this topic did kind of remind me of my Calc 3 professor, because he was German, and my buddy actually like had like this like full sheet of paper of his German to English translations. He's like, "What version are you on?" So like version, you say like version. All that stuff.
Oh
Like,
God.
Oh, sure, yeah.
He had like a whole list of like all these different words of his German to English translations.
I just want to time travel 100 years in the future and hear how stupid people sound.
Oh God.
Oh,
with
God.
with
They're
their
being picked up.
Brondo.
Yeah.
They're gonna be drinking Brondo
Plants
instead.
crave.
Yeah, it is. It's what plants crave. That's exactly it.
It's
Oh,
got
God.
electrolytes.
You think we're going to be using our voice boxes when we're older? No way. It's just going to be like little pictographs that are going to show up above our
Yeah.
head, like
Just
depicting everything.
emojis.
They're going to learn
Like,
that
yeah,
talking
exactly.
actually causes like 5,000 different types of cancer. Because
It
you don't want
does.
to breathe
I
the
mean,
air. They don't want
it does in
breathing
California.
anymore. So in talking
Everyone that
means you
opens
have
their
to
mouth
breathe.
eventually does die.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's true.
That's it.
I
I
follow
mean,
that
you
science.
can't prove to me that if you keep your mouth closed and never talk that you will ever die.
Yeah, I haven't heard from anyone that's like kept their mouth closed.
Oh, that was a good
Well
one. I like
done.
that.
So,
Well
so-
done. They ain't saying much.
I'm not saying, just saying.
How did you live to be 150?
Wait, actually, the monks that like take a vow of silence, they live for fucking ever.
True. Might be something to this.
I've seen enough. I've seen
go.
enough movies to know that this is true, right? Right?
I would like to invite you all to join my new church, the Church of Latter-day Shut the Fuck Up. And you all can just feel free to join. Just shut the fuck up.
I feel
And
like
you can be
I feel like a monk has a very stress-free life. You know? They don't got a girl,
mean-
they don't have kids, they don't...
they're not eating euros.
No
I'll tell you that
jobs.
much.
No
No
jobs.
jobs.
Like,
They don't have to worry about the pronunciation of euro or
They
gyro.
have jobs. They have jobs.
Yeah.
They clean. They maintain.
It's not
their-
a-
but
it's not a
just
job,
it's a
though. They don't
communal,
get
it's
paid
a
for
communal
it.
thing. They don't have a
but
shitty
you have-
boss.
You're not just sitting there watching like monk,
Jason,
like
Jason, if you
stories
love what
on
you
TV.
do, you'll never work a day in your life.
I mean, they don't, they've let go of money. They let go of all those things. So
All
nothing
their
really
worldly
stresses them
possessions.
out. Yeah.
Yep.
stress or talking.
Stress-free.
Yeah.
I-
Please join. Latter-day Shut the Fuck Up, and send your donations. Tithe, please do too. I beat it first.
Do you have
Can
your
I-
own NFT? Do you have your own shut the fuck up coin or something?
I can
Yeah.
make one
Yes.
real fast.
STFU coin.
We'll show how quickly this thing works. But yeah, STFU coin. I love it. I love it.
I think that'll work. Can I
Surprisingly, it hasn't
forcefully
been
get
done.
my son baptized into the Church of Latter-day Shut the Fuck Up so that he just shuts the fuck up? Can I do that?
You will shut the
Fuck Sir, I think you're drowning him. No. We're just we're getting all the voice out of him.
voice out.
They can wear a muzzle And it kind of works because it's like a COVID mask, but it's also a muzzle.
Perfect.
2 in 1.
There you go.
I actually saw the other day, I saw an Instagram reel where it was like these. I get a lot of Shiba Inus on my Instagram for some reason, and there was a groomer that had a Shiba Inu, and they put a muzzle on it while they were cutting its nails and whatnot, but they used a duck mouth. Like it was a duck bill muzzle, and it was totally awesome. I was like, holy shit, this might be the coolest muzzle I've ever seen. Like the only muzzle that I really like condone, because I don't really like putting muzzles on dogs, but that was kind of funny. Oh man. Oh wow. That's just people going around doing all sorts of subs, it looks like. Okay, let's see here. What other questions do we have? Devin, do you have any questions for us?
Yeah. How'd you guys start doing this thing?
We were sitting around doing this for free as friends for a long time. We're just like, hey, why don't we just do something about it? And
do it additionally for free.
Do it additionally for free, yeah.
Although we do get a lot of charitable donations now.
Yes.
We do it mostly for charity. Like that's what this big thing's for. We don't like to, started the website
2010, 2011.
Yeah, somewhere around there. I started a website just for fun about video games and jazz like that. And then these two knuckleheads joined in and then made it like 10 times better. And now I just sit around doing nothing, and they make it awesome. So that's all we do.
Cool.
Is 10 times 0 anything? Because it was kind of shit before. No. No, it was good.
And it's kind of shit right now too.
It's major shit. It is major shit. But yeah,
it's just a little more shiny shit.
It's the shiniest turds that you can find out there. Mm-hmm. We started doing like video game reviews and whatnot, and a lot of it was just our bullshit reviews of games that we liked doing because we just did it completely unfiltered. Much like what I said is like I like that I'm not in the industry anymore, and I can talk however I need to or want to about different developers and whatnot. Like I can say fuck Activision and fuck Bobby Kotick. Like I can say all of that right now because I really don't give two fucks about what anybody thinks about my opinion on them, other than fuck them, and that you should also hate them as well. But
uninstall Overwatch. Fuck it.
Yes. Uninstall Diablo. Don't play any games that you've got. Like, just let everything just go downhill. But we did all of that way, and then we started streaming because we found that a lot of our PR reps and people that we know in PR really actually like an unfiltered view on the games. And they like to hear of like when they give us a review copy and they go, so did you play it? And I'm like, yeah, I did. You don't want to listen to the podcast. And they go, okay, thanks. We'll move on to the next game.
Wow.
Because we don't sugarcoat it. We're not giving, us.
Yeah.
We're not giving a 7 because you're spunky. We're like, if it's fun, it's fun. If it's not
if you're
fun,
really spunky.
That's for after hours.
Okay.
That's how it should be.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we do the podcasts and streaming, and primarily all for charity, which we do everything or almost everything. So we prefer people to donate rather than sub or give bits and shit like that. Like everybody else is like pimping out for subs and bits, and we pimp out for people donating to Extra Life. So
awesome.
That's our primary set, and anything that is a sub that comes through.
Sometimes we these bad boys.
Oh God, yes.
There you go.
I've also got mine.
We all have our Reaper gumballs.
Yep.
So these are rated at 1.8 million Scovilles.
What are they?
Carolina Reaper gumballs. They're gumballs coated in Carolina Reaper dust, which is the dust is not as hot as the pepper because it doesn't have the oils in it, but it's still 400 times more spicy than a jalapeno, something like that.
Oh my God, that would kill me.
I think it's spicy. It's very hot, and we have plenty of opportunities to eat them.
Yeah, we did. So we had a theory because normally we do them for like 1 minute or 2 minutes, and we're like, oh, the longer that you chew them, the less it hurts when you stop chewing them because sugar deactivates capsaicin. So we're like, like if you do like you just keep chewing it, I'm sure it'll be fine. And it kind of works because your mouth doesn't hurt when we hit the 5-minute mark. Because I did it once and then I spit it out, and my mouth didn't hurt, but fuck, my stomach cramped up like no one's business.
Oh my God.
Because you just keep swallowing the capsaicin, which, if you don't know what capsaicin is, it's basically a natural poison that's meant to deter animals from eating berries and allowing only birds to eat it so that then they can fly around and poop out the seeds and propagate the crop.
This is what you guys do for fun?
That's what we do for charity.
But also for fun. Also for fun. I grow peppers. So, I mean, that's what I do.
I mean, I will eat the peanut brittle for fun. It's actually good. The Reaper peanut brittle is delicious. I'm not gonna lie.
The Reaper popcorn is also delicious.
Yes.
Oh, that was
the Reaper cheddar popcorn.
I was actually
is
surprised by that
delicious.
one.
And that one's like
Popcorn
not
is
super
delicious.
spicy because obviously, you know, it's popcorn and it's got the cheddar in there. It just got that nice little kick to it. Like, I'm not gonna sit there and eat the whole bag, but you know, I can have a few handfuls, like snack on.
Oh, I would have eaten the whole bag. It was delicious.
Easily.
Yeah, it is delicious.
What do you do for fun, Devin, when you're not being a vampire and staying in your like studio writing this game?
You know, the game is really fun, so I do spend a lot of time playing it. But,
See, he has fun
that's-
doing what he's doing. He's not working a day in his life.
yeah. Well, I'm a music teacher by day, so
Oh, nice.
yeah, that's my
That's awesome.
my money gig.
So really your passion is into the music, like you were saying.
Yeah,
So I
yeah,
assume
yeah.
you play a bunch of different instruments then too.
yeah, guitar, piano. I sing a little bit. Do a lot of music production. Yeah, that's
You
kind of
ever
where I
sing
started.
as Toofy?
Mhm.
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
I've thought about rapping as him too, but I'm not there yet. I'm not there yet.
That's for Mr. Superman
Anybody-
too,
Yeah,
right?
it would be really
Can rap.
cringe,
That-
but like that would be the
That's
kind
the
of the
hidden
point.
track
But
on the
that's the
OST.
thing.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Yeah.
anybody can rap. Like
Yeah.
anyone can rap. Whether it's good or bad is negotiable.
Yeah, hopefully bad.
And the worse the
Yeah.
better, because then it just you know
Yeah.
that it's supposed to be bad and you're fine.
Perfect.
So without going into like full on details, like when you teach music, are you like a teacher at a school? Do you teach lessons?
Yeah, I do like private lessons.
Nice.
Yeah.
Any
That's
specific types of music or anything?
Yeah, usually it's just like I'm teaching like beginners, so I'm just kind of getting them to physically play the instrument.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, I asked because like I was in band in high school and jazz band, and then I never really did like lessons until I started doing jazz, and then I'm like, okay, and I'm like getting into a whole different style of playing. I need a
Yeah.
jazz musician to teach me how to do jazz. so that was like the first time that I actually had like music lessons. So that's why I was wondering, is like any specific types, or like my brother-in-law is a percussion professor, and he teaches jazz percussion at a university, and so you know it's amazing how much music is still out there, even though they say that the arts are dead in schools.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's kind of sad, but it's fun. It's fun when you actually like get to play. Like a lot of my students, they're kind of younger kids, but a lot of them I've had for a couple years. So now I've got like, you know, like in their teens, and some of them, it's like you're actually like now you can play with them, and you can actually like play a song with someone. It's like kind of like a magical thing, like playing a song.
Nice.
Yeah.
And seeing them kind of develop into that.
Yeah, it's fun.
And I mean, I'm a little into that because now my son's 9.5, almost 10 this year, and he started orchestra this year. So he's playing the violin because for some reason they don't let you play band until like later.
Yeah.
I'm like, which is ridiculously weird. He's in 4th grade. It was like I was doing orchestra in 3rd grade, and they start everything later now. I don't know why. But yeah, he's playing the violin. So like, there's a lot of, yes, it's the almighty. No, actually, if you want the almighty dollar, you get them young. You get them real young when you can't really tell whether or not they're improving because they don't have the fine motor skills for it.
Schools aren't doing it. That's why. Like they're not even passing out recorders anymore. Like
Yeah, you have to buy your own recorder. So like you have to buy them on Amazon now when they do the recorder class, the recorder, which they did in 3rd grade. And his it's the same instructor for orchestra and band, and he goes in between 4 different schools in the district.
Wow.
One teacher to do 4 different schools, which is just insane. I remember like we had the one teacher. Actually, we had 2 teachers because we had one for band and one for orchestra when I was in elementary school. But that was like back in dinosaur days, before the wheel was invented. Surprising that the saxophone and the violin were invented before the wheel, but that's just how history worked. I didn't make it up. That's just what happened.
Yeah,
I believe it. I'm pretty sure I heard Joe Rogan say that on his podcast, so I believe it's true.
Yeah, I believe everything Joe Rogan says. If he says it, it's my opinion.
The man can't lie.
Can't lie.
It's impossible.
It's entirely possible. The sad thing is like how angry people get about Joe Rogan. Why does anyone
on
care?
both sides?
It's both sides.
It's both sides of it. Like how angry they get about him, like just like they hate him, but then how angry they get about people talking bad about him.
Yeah. So why does anyone care about the guy from Fear Factor?
The guy from
Leave Rogan alone.
What was the God damn it? What was the radio show that he did? Oh crap! He played the fucking janitor.
News Radio.
News Radio, yes.
Yeah.
He played the janitor on News Radio before he even did Fear Factor, and then started getting hit in the face for a living.
You should go back to that. People would pay a lot of money to see that these days.
I would pay good money to watch Joe Rogan get punched in the face more.
Because should be on Jackass.
Like, dude, think about it. Like, if you were just like, hey, I'm gonna make the most like hated persona on the planet, and then eventually I'm just gonna be like, you know what? Fine, y'all win. For $10 million, you can punch me in the face. He has like probably 100 people that would line up just to pay that. Dude, you're set for life. And these people that can afford $10 million to punch someone probably can't hit for shit. So you're like, this is win-win in my opinion for him.
Yeah.
Unless it's like a boxer.
Yeah, I was gonna say like I would take up a collection to pay a boxer to do it.
There's probably 2 or 3 boxers that are affluent enough and still have the money to pay just $10 million on a punch, and the ones that are probably agree with Joe Rogan already.
Yeah,
I mean,
depends with all those guys. What are you talking about?
He has the money, but we all know that Mayweather can't knock anybody out.
Oh.
So that's definitely
might dance with him. You might dance with him.
Oh, he'll definitely dance. He'll grab him up. He'll dance around the ring a little bit.
Let's hug. Let's do a little dance.
But that'll be the key. Actually, we'll sit there and be like, "Don't punch him. Like, don't knock him out. Just make him feel really uncomfortable. Just get all close up in there with that dance. Yeah, like as you're moving around, just like start whispering sweet nothings into his ear. See if he likes it." You never know. He might like it, and then you guys could have a bond forever, and it would be amazing.
I mean, he did say on his podcast once that he liked Miata, so I give him some credit for that.
Wait, Joe Rogan's a hairdresser?
Yeah.
All right, Joe Rogan's a hairdresser. Everybody, you heard it first.
My friend said that to me. He's like, this guy is like, "Oh, you talked about Miata on his podcast." I'm like, I guess I'll listen to this episode.
Oh, gee. What it takes to get Chris's attention.
Yep.
This is the Miata episode, everybody.
Oh my gosh, Miatas. Chris has the 8-bit Miata, which is why like his Twitch name is 8-bit MX5. Like it's literally a white drift Miata that it looks like it's like 8-bit because it's got black squares all around it, like on the body
pixelate it. And then in the center console, it actually has like an arcade, like 25-cent coin slots and stuff like that.
That's cool.
Except it's still not routed to accept the coins for ignition yet.
What?
No. It is converted to push start though, and the start button is like a player 1 arcade button.
That's cool.
Which is cool.
That is cool.
It is cool. It's got a roll cage. It's got a swapped out J-Spec engine. So, it's legit. Even though he hasn't driven it in a really long time because a lot of the tracks were closed down for COVID for like ever. But
and the last time I did drift it kind of went off track a couple times, and I think I loosened something, whatever, and I think it leaks brake fluid now because the brakes don't work.
Ooh.
Great for drifting.
Wait,
That's
wait,
fun.
yeah, I thought you didn't need brakes for drifting. I thought that was the point.
Well, you need brakes to get to the track.
No.
Trailer.
So it's a trailer, and then you push it to the track, and then you start it, and then you just go. Like that's what I was told. I was told
And,
that drifting
the
was nothing
handbrake
but pure and
works, so-
adulterated like bullshit.
All right. Bring it all back around and over to that. Mr. Sleepy Man, Devin, let's give you like 2 minutes here. Like, plug all of your things. What's your social media? What's your stuff? Everything that everyone wants to do to find anything
Can I
about
ask
you.
a question before we get into that?
Yeah.
Oh, sure, yeah, but he's got to look up stuff to works out.
Yeah, he's got to pull all that up.
Yeah. So, how did you decide to make a video game?
It's really simple. I just woke up one day and I was like, oh, I want to make a game. Let's figure this out. I just watched like 200 hours of YouTube tutorials. I mean, like, it was always a thing in the back of my head. Like, oh man, I wish I could make a video game. But I always thought it was like too hard. But, you know, luckily everything that I want to do in a video game has kind of been done before. You know, how do you make a character jump? How do you make a character move? It's pretty, simple stuff.
Yeah.
I'd blame COVID, but you said 3 years, which predates COVID, so this is
Yeah,
not
I mean,
a COVID
it was
fever
right
dream.
about COVID. I think COVID kind of helped out because I started working online a lot more. So
Yeah, you were just kind of like sitting there. You're like, this was like a side project, and then COVID
Yeah,
happened. You're
yeah.
like, well, I guess this is actually going to happen because I
Yeah.
can't go and do anything.
yeah, quarantine actually made me excited. I was like, wow, I get to work on the game more. This is great. I never want this to end.
I wish quarantine was like that for me. I had to work the entire time. I had to
Yeah,
work
same
more
here.
hours in order to help keep the company that I was working for afloat during COVID. So I didn't get that. I think it was at that point where I secretly kind of hoped that I would get COVID just so that I could take some time off from work and be like, I have to stay in bed. I'm sorry, guys. And then just be like, I will suck it up. I will suck up all the pain. But then I got the vaccine. And I had that like 24 hours of what COVID would be like for weeks. And I was like, yep, nope, I'm glad I got the vaccine and I didn't get COVID. Because that fucking sucks.
Yeah.
And it was mild in that case too.
Oh, no, it was very, very violent. Especially the booster. Because, and it was one of those things that I told my wife, I'm like, hey, you know all those nagging little pains that you have that you just kind of like deal with on a regular basis? She's like, yeah. And I'm like, get ready for that ankle to hurt like a son of a bitch. Because she had rolled and like severely sprained her ankle in like beginning of October or end of September. It was like months later. And she's like, what do you mean? I was like, well, you know how like I've been having problems with my shoulder again? She's like, yeah. I was like, it hurt like a fucking ass load of pain. And I couldn't sleep last night at all for like that short amount of time. And it get hurt really bad. And then after she got her booster, she was like, holy shit, that fucking hurt. It just throbbed and there was nothing you could do about it. No icing
The booster
it.
worse for you?
Yeah, it like boosted like
Damn.
whatever pain you had. It's similar to like when you get the flu and you get like body aches. And it's like if your back hurts, like if your back really hurts type thing for it. And that's like, it really fucking like intensified the normal pains that I had, which made me really glad that I got the vaccine and didn't get COVID then at that point, because that shit hurt. But then there's
I have a friend.
Yeah, then there's all the
that got
long
booster.
stuff.
Yeah,
You had a friend that got the booster?
Yeah, the booster, and then a week later, he got COVID.
Oh wow.
Yep. It takes like a week or two to fully go into effect. And yeah, I mean, the vaccine's not like a cure. It's just to prevent as much as possible.
Just won't die.
And
if he's going out there and licking strangers on the street, he's just going to get it. It's going to happen anyway.
That's what happens when you go around licking doorknobs. And I mean, you know what? I'll be damned if you tell me not to lick a fucking doorknob because they're
Good
delicious.
for your immunity.
It is.
Yeah, exactly. Now I have the antibodies. I'm good. I'm.
You know how many people
doorknobs fall for dressing like that?
Exactly. And you know how many people like don't wash their hands after eating popcorn at the movie theater? So you want that popcorn flavor, you just go to the movie theater and start licking the door handles. And that's like, you don't even need to buy popcorn. All you get is that butter all over the door handles. That's it.
Yeah, I'll go
Like
see Spider-Man
Eric said,
20 times to lick those doorknobs.
He loves slobbing knobs.
Just for the doorknob.
I do. I will slob that doorknob all day long.
watched the movie in theaters 15 times. Just lick the doorknobs. The movie sucks.
This is the only guy that came to watch Black Widow. I miss the popcorn flavor. No, actually, I did like that because here in Phoenix we do have a local movie theater chain, like family owned and whatnot. That they honestly have like the best popcorn out of all the theaters that we've had, and they were selling their popcorn by like the giant ass party bag, and you could just like you could go wait in line. Everyone's wearing masks. Like you would like pull your vehicle up, pay for the popcorn, get big ass bags of popcorn, get a fucking like ketchup bottle of that oily fake butter bullshit that my wife really loves. And then just take that home and do movie nights. It's not butter. It's not even. I don't even think it's real oil. Like I don't know what the fuck that is. You might be able to run a car off of it. So who knows? But yes, okay. So now we'll go to Devin. Plug away all the things, everything you want, and anybody that you want to plug too. Like, feel free.
Yeah, this is your time.
You have 60 seconds. No, you have as long as you want. Really, it doesn't matter.
I feel like the simplest thing is to plug my link tree.
Wow.
linktr.ee/Devin Santi. It's got all my social media stuff on there. It's kind of just the go-to thing.
SANTI.
Yes. It's like Santa with an I.
Did you used to say that a lot as a kid?
Yeah, Christmas time was the worst. Everyone's calling me Santa Claus.
Oh, that's both horrible and awesome all at the same time.
Yeah.
Especially once Nightmare Before Christmas came out, because the whole Sandy Claus thing. Like, yeah,
it's true. Anyway, on Twitter, I'm twitter.com/Devin_Santi. YouTube is youtube.com/Devin Santi. It's actually pretty simple. Wow. I made all these accounts a long time ago, so I got the names. Mr. Sleepy Man wishlisted on Steam.
Which Chris put the link into the Twitch chat, and he'll do it again right now too as well. Definitely wishlisted on Steam. You guys smash that like button, wishlist us on Steam, all the things.
There's a demo at the end of the month. Hopefully it's a working demo. We'll see. I'm a solo developer, so it's kind of, the QA process is kind of painful.
It can't be any worse than the Final Fantasy Origins demo that they dropped for the PS5 over the summer that didn't work at all on the PlayStation 5.
Oh my god.
Or any Ubisoft game.
Or Cyberpunk.
Or Cyberpunk.
Or Sonic 2006.
Or 50% of EA games.
Yeah.
Like Battlefield 2042.
You're in good company.
You're
pretty much anything that's not made by Respawn from EA.
But I mean, hey, at least you have something to fall back on. There's only one person doing it, so like if it don't work, be like, yeah, that Devin's a dick.
That's true. All the blame gets directed directly towards me.
No, you have to direct it towards the other Devin.
The other Devin Santi.
Yeah, it's Devon. He's
the Starbucks
worst.
version of my name. I go to Starbucks. That's how my name is spelled.
Really? Did they have they ever spelled it devil? Because that would just be prime if they did.
That would be sad.
Hey, I smoke a frappuccino for Debbie Santa Claus. Debbie Santa Claus.
Devil Satan.
Devil Satan. Oh my god.
Have we been talking to Lucifer the entire time?
Oh my god. You want to know this? Like, this is I don't like this. Like, I'm not into this, but my middle name is Blaze.
Oh my god.
Like Devin Blaze Santi. It's like,
is it AIZE?
No Z.
Oh, BLAISE. Like after the writer.
Saint guy. Yeah, math guy. Yeah.
Pascal. Is it a mathematician?
Blaise Pascal.
Is that it? There was
there's a Saint Blaze.
There's a few different ones.
Yeah, I think it's French, even though I'm not French.
It is French.
Well,
Blaze is a French-English personal name and surname, either derived from the Greek Basil or the name of Saint Blaze.
Gyro.
An adaptation of the Vlash Itamen. Oh, its feast day is on the 3rd of February, apparently. There you go.
There we go. Hey, wait, that's in like 2 days.
Yeah, Saint Blaze's feast day is on February 3rd in 3 days. The day after the groundhog sees or doesn't see his shadow.
I think the Saint Blaze, I think his trick was that like someone was like choking on like a chicken bone or something. And his miracle is that he like melted the bone in their throat and they lived.
I swear to God, if that's right, I'm gonna laugh my ass
think
because that's the most
amazing.
bullshit thing.
I know, it sounds like they just had someone that faked choking. And it was like, okay, we're gonna do this trick. It's like Chris Angel shit. Right?
Blaze is venerated as a saint in the Catholic, Eastern Orthodox, and Oriental Orthodox churches, and is the patron saint of wool combers and throat disease.
Okay.
Marco Polo reported the place where Messer Saint Blaise obtained the glorious crown of martyrdom, Sebasti. The shrine near the Citadel Mount was mentioned by William of Rupert. However, it appears no longer exists. Oh, that's so sad. Oh my God! Hey, I want to see it because there is the blessing of Saint Blaise. According to the Acts, while Blaise was being taken into custody, a distraught mother whose only child was choking on a fish bone
Fish.
threw herself at his feet and implored his intercession. Touched at her grief, he offered up his prayers, and the child was cured. He didn't even lay hands on the kid; he just prayed. Consequently, Saint Blaise is invoked for protection against injuries and illnesses of the throat. Wow,
Yeah, it was a scam.
they really rhymed that in Wikipedia.
I mean, when you're writing this up, it pretty much just does itself.
It kind of does.
Hey, can I have like the saintage of deep throating? Because that's really all that
The patron saint of Kakan.
Mia Khalifa was the saint of deep throating.
It's Saint Khalifa
Saint
to you. Sorry.
saint.
Mother Khalifa.
That's really good.
Because there's no way that a woman's gonna get put into sainthood until she's dead, obviously. So
Yeah.
that's definitely not gonna happen.
I think it has to be like 500 years or something after they die. Or something. It has to be such a long time. Or
No,
100
it's
years.
not. It's not any specific amount of time, but it is that their body is supposed to not decompose. Like there's something about after they're dead, their body just stays the way that it is. And it's like some miracle. It totally has nothing to do with crazy magic embalming fluids or anything like that.
Yeah.
ethanol.
So you're telling me all the rich people that can afford like funerals are all saints?
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, anybody
That's
can
what-
afford a
That's the only way to
funeral
fly.
eventually.
Yeah, but back in the day.
Yeah.
Back in the day.
I mean,
Like,
well,
oh,
yes.
Sonny, just throw me in the trash.
But do you have to pay extra to get
I'm
the
dead,
embalming
just throw me in the
fluid
trash.
mixed with Worcestershire sauce to become a zombie then?
Oh God. Oh, what was that from? What was
Jason's
that
the
from?
only one that gets the reference.
Oh my
It's
God.
season 1 of South Park. When
Thank
Oh,
you.
wow.
it was like
I
the
was
first
like,
time
It's
they...
either
Yeah.
South Park or zombies, and I was just like, both are just bad.
No,
So,
zombies,
yeah,
zombies,
that's right,
zombies.
for sure.
I'm trying to remember what it was in Zombies that actually caused the zombie outbreak. But South Park, Kenny died like at the very fucking beginning of the episode, because that was back when Kenny died in every episode. And he dies at the very beginning of the episode. The rats take him away. They take him to the morgue, and the two guys are sitting there. One guy's just like putting Worcestershire sauce on all of his food. He's like, "Stop putting Worcestershire sauce on everything." He's like, "But it makes everything taste so English." And then he sets the bottle down. They walk away, and it knocks over into the embalming fluid, and then that goes into Kenny and turns him into a zombie. And then they all think that the zombie outbreak is a bad outbreak of pink eye. So then they sit there and like, "Oh my god, what happened to you?" And then the zombie's like, "Pink eye."
How appropriate, like in this day and age. Yeah, you're not dying. You're fine. No big deal.
Fine.
Okay. You're not gonna die.
You need to go to work.
Yeah.
Yeah, you need to go to work.
You are what we call a critical employee, or a damn it, what's the bullshit word that they use for it?
Essential.
An essential worker to work at Starbucks. People need you because they can't brew their own coffee.
I think this whole world is addicted to caffeine or something.
Well, I mean, caffeine is a class 1 narcotic.
Yeah.
You can kill somebody. Well, and you can kill somebody with the right amounts of it too. Like, and it's not even a lot. It's like a small smidgen of pure caffeine. If you gave it to somebody, you could kill them and it'd be like borderline untraceable.
Yeah.
Devin just learned something new, everybody. I learned that one from Mythbusters. Thank you very much. That's when I first learned that caffeine was a class 1 narcotic and you had to have a license in order for that to happen. But yes, I mean, coffee is life. It's thing. I like it. And you know what? Better things happen with coffee than most other drugs. That's all I'm saying.
It's true. It doesn't stop you from working, so.
No, if anything, it's like...
It helps you work longer.
Yeah, just like Coke. It's like right up there. It's like one of those things of like, maybe we should legalize Coke because it's just making people way more productive. Or, like, I had a friend that every time she smoked weed, she would just get into like a cleaning frenzy. And so she would get high as a fucking kite and then deep clean her house.
Whoa.
And like, I don't know how you can do that. She's like, yeah, no, I smoke a couple of bowls and then I just go to town on the house. And I'm like, all right then.
Good for you.
Where's that patron saint?
Yes, it'll be the patron saint of Shelley. She is definitely a patron saint there. All right. Well, thank you very much, Devin, for joining us, especially for all of our bullshit fuckery. Everybody, make sure that you wish list Mr. Sleepy Man on Steam. That way, then you'll actually get a notification during Next Fest of when that demo goes live. And you'll hopefully get a notification that the demo works, too.
Hopefully.
He will do his damnedest to make sure that it works. But also follow him, Devin. It was Devin_Santi on Twitter, right?
Yeah.
Devin_Santi on Twitter. Go to YouTube, Devin Santi. You know, all the things. Devil Santa Claus. Make sure that you find that, and that is now his new PlayStation Network name is Devil Santa Claus. If it's not, I'm very disappointed in you, Devin.
If he joins our Discord, that's got to be his name in the Discord.
Maybe Mr. Sleepy Man is the devil Santa Claus, because look, he's like Santa Claus, but he's wearing green. It's the opposite of red.
It's also part of it. It's green and red is Christmas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's canon. It's canon. You heard
it.
This is the origin story of Devil Santa Claus, because like the hand is pulling him in. And it's corrupting him or something. I don't know. I'm making this up on the spot.
No, I'm looking at a yin and yang type thing there. It's like two sides of a coin. You have to have it. Red and
the game's
green.
About morality. It's like, are you going to do a good
Santa
thing or a bad thing?
Yeah, exactly. See, we're all on the same page. See, this game could be as much bullshit as he wants it to be because it's his game.
Yeah, I got no one telling me what to do. If I was working for some studio, they would have shut down all my ideas.
Right.
Maybe. Have you ever watched the movie Grandma's Boy?
Oh, yes.
Oh.
So
Long
you go work
ago.
for Mr. Cheezel, and he might actually just greenlight anything. You get him high enough.
It's true.
And then you just
find someone with a lot of money.
Yeah, and you tell him you had a dream about it. I had a dream that I was a sleepy man. and I was fighting
swimming
things
with the
my pillow.
dolphins.
Yeah. Yes.
It was magical.
It was totally magical. All right. Well, thank you everybody for joining us. If you are on Twitch, we will be raiding out into somebody. But thanks a lot, everybody, and we will see you on the next episode of Patch Notes. Again, thank you very much, Devin.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks
It was
for joining
fun.
us.
Thank you, Devin.
I
Awesome
got
time.
squats to do.
You do.
Yeah, we'll do the squats later.
Well, I have to do them later.
Hey, it's just Chris.
Just me.
You'll do the squats later for it, but we'll go to hold and then raid out. But thank you everybody for joining us.